Hi everybody, Don Lorenzi, Lorenzi Estate Wines in Temecula. It's a rainy day in Georgia and it's a rainy day in Temecula. Several of you have asked me what I do when I think about blending and putting pieces together. So I thought I'd talk a little bit today about a very simple concept, which is two wines. Two of my favorites are Estate Grenache and our Estate Syrah. And those are traditional partners. If you're familiar with Paso Robles and the famous GSM blends they do, that's Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, we started out with that concept here at the ranch. We planted Syrah and Grenache and Mourvedre, but the first year's harvest of Mourvedre was less than inspiring. So I grafted over and we added more of the Estate Zinfandel, which I'm happy about. What that left was a very good Grenache varietal and a very good Syrah varietal. But today I'm going to show you how you can put these together in a blending concept that you can do at home and do right along with me. I was going to bring my scientist beaker with me, but I thought, better to do it this way because you can measure the wines in a variety of different ways. Yes, you could have a science beaker. Yes, you could have some other measuring cup, or you could simply do it by a count. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. First, I want to talk about the Grenache. This is our 2015 Estate Red. Grenache is an interesting wine because it is a French wine, but it's also equally known in Spain as Garnacha. And it's grown all around the world. It is a Rhone grape from the Rhone Valley in France, and it's grown in Napa, Sonoma, a lot in Paso Robles, and a little bit in Temecula. When you first taste Grenache, and give it the swirl, and I recommend this all the time. Make sure you open up the wine and air it out like this. I could do a fancy thing like this if you like, but I find that this is just as good. I prefer holding a wine glass down at the stem, which I feel expresses our wines better. And that when you first approach the wine and you air it a little bit like this, and you bring it to your nose, you get a fuller expression of the nose components and flavors. This particular wine, the Grenache, has rich Bing cherry, a little bit dried cherry, just a little bit of red raspberry to it, and some spice in the nose. Let's see what it tastes like. So you see, when I evaluate a wine, I always go to the nose, see what I get there, sip, see what I get in the fore-palate, the mid-palate, and the finish. This wine, the fore-palate flavors are pretty much what was in the nose. Bing cherry, dried cherry, raspberry. As you sip it back and sip, you begin to get the spice components from it. And then the finish is pretty powerful. There's some tannins there that make this more than just a wimpy Grenache. So let's try this one more time. Okay, that's the way Grenache should taste. The partner to our discussion this morning for Grenache is our 2016 Estate Syrah. This one, by the way, just won 50 Best Syrahs in New York City, which is, I believe, the third varietal that has won 50 Best in the last 12 months, joining Cabernet Sauvignon and Zinfandel. Let's see what this tastes like. This, too, is the Estate Syrah. See, on the nose, it's a way different character than the Grenache. And as you first experience the nose in comparison to the nose on the Grenache, you immediately get the sense of why these wines go together as blends. This one is richer, It's got leather in the nose, wet horse saddle leather. It's got some spice. It's got black fruit, blackberry, a little bit of cherry. Complex. And the fore-palate, mid-palate, and finish are consistent with the Grenache. You're getting the flavors all the way through the wine, and it finishes with authority. Let's take a look at how you put these two wines together. What I'm going to do for you is a very basic blend. It's a 50-50. So what you can do, if you're going along with me, is, and don't have a beaker, we can do this by the count. And I'll show you how we do it. So here comes the Grenache. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Here comes the Syrah. 1, 2, 3. Now I've tested this method with a beaker, and I find that I'm within 99% usually using that count. So here we have a 50-50 Grenache Syrah Rhone blend. Let's see how the flavors mix. And we want to give it a good swish like this. See, now you're beginning to get the berryness, cherryness of the Grenache with the spice and depth of the Syrah. You get that in the nose immediately. Delicious. We've got to make a blend this way. I've never done a 50-50 Grenache Syrah, but as this is, it's awfully good. You get the mix of the berry, cherry, all the fruit components from Grenache, and the structure and the power. Even a hint of chocolate gets to the fore palate in this particular mix out of the Syrah. Very good. Let's take a look at doing a different one. And I'm going to use a glass over. This is simple too. This is 75-25. And in this iteration, we'll do 25 Grenache and 75 Syrah. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about. What this should taste like, but we'll see. Yes. See, the fruit power of the Grenache comes down as the power and finesse of the Syrah goes up. So let's try a taste of this. That's good too. It's 75-25, 75 Syrah, 25 Grenache. Delicious. Let's flip the script, and this time we'll do 75 Grenache, 25 Syrah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can do a better job counting this time. 2. Okay. So this is 75 Grenache, 25 Syrah. See, the fruit comes back the minute you do that. So what you have is the reverse of the previous one, where you had 75 Syrah and less Grenache. For more powerful wine, the 75 Grenache and 25 Syrah gives you a fruitier wine with some power. Now, the question is, what do I like best? Well, the fact is they're all equally approachable. And as you taste through them, you'd see 3 different colors, 3 different flavor profiles in the nose and in the palate, and it's all according to what you like. So I'll go back through this one more time, and we'll see. That's the Grenache forward blend. Syrah forward. 50-50. for my flavor or my vote, I guess, this day at this table with these three glasses, the 50-50 I like the best today. At your table, when you do this experiment, you may find you like the 75-25 or vice versa. Either way, this is a fun way to enjoy your wines more than just popping a cork and pouring a splash. I hope that this explains some of the machinations that we go through when we do blends and kind of takes away the mystery of it so that you can do it at home too. Thanks for joining us. Don Lorenzi, Lorenzi Estate Wines. Have a great day.